Jest, do naszego pokoju musimy iść. Dobra. I co my tu mamy? Rzemiosło masz dość składników, by stworzyć lekarstwo, środek na zmęczenie, okej. Okej. Na zmęczenie. Okej. Dobra. Jak to? Czekaj. Prawni. A czy są potrzebne? Nie. Jedną mamy. Aha, no faktycznie, dobra. Wiemy, nie mamy. Dobra, wszystko wiadomo. Dobra. Doroty.
Finally, you've returned, Doctor. Did you find anything of value?
Oczywiście.
Yes, nurse.
You've worked your first miracle, Doctor. Now, this patient here needs immediate treatment.
Duty calls. When the storm has passed, I'll show you how to mix the remedy yourself with the same basic ingredients.
Many thanks, Doctor. When you've finished, you ought to report to Dr. Swansea in his office. He's been looking for you. Seemed pressing.
O, okej. Choroby obniżają jakość krwi. Mieszkańcy użyją odpowiedniego lekarstwa, aby ich wyleczyć. Porozumienie z pacjentem, który zajmuje pokój za Doroty. Sprawdzić jego stan zdrowia, okej. Okej.
I'm all right. Don't waste your time with me.
Good evening, madam. Can I help you?
It's my son who needs you, sir.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. How can I help your son?
I'm Beatrice Goswick, mother of Mortimer Goswick. Could you check on him, please, Dr. Reed? I've heard much of your talents as a physician.
What can you tell me about yourself, Mrs. Goswick?
Not much to say. Just take care of my Mortimer and I'll cover all the expenses. That's all that matters.
Okej.
Are you really that rich? Most of the patients here are of a more humble origin, if I may say so.
Yes, thanks to my husband. May he rest in peace. I can cover any needed medical expenses.
Okej.
May I ask if you have an occupation, Mrs. Goswick?
I'm a teacher by profession. I teach young women who are more ambitious about their futures than their families.
Dobra, to co mamy?
What do you think of your reception here? Any complaints?
I have had the uttermost reservations about this hospital since we arrived, but we had no other choice, considering the state of emergency.
Is there something in particular that's bothering you?
Some of the staff were not especially welcoming. I suspect they're not accustomed to dealing with patients of such social standing.
Tell me more about your arrival at the Pembroke Hospital. What gave you such a bad first impression?
The ambulance driver was quite rude, for a start. And that nurse, Miss Hawkins, seems to have quite a dubious attitude.
What do you mean?
She managed to secure a bed for my son despite the epidemic. It was a relief, but it wasn't cheap.
O.
I share your concern, Mrs. Goswick. Be sure that I'll talk to the people involved.
I don't expect compensation, Dr. Reed. But I'm aware such behavior would not be tolerated in other hospitals.
She charged you for a bed?
Yes, and I paid without question, considering the urgency of the situation.
No tak. Dobra. Dobra, tu zablokowane, dobra.
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick.
No, spokojnie.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Reed. Can I help at all?
No,
Really? Why are you here then?
I don't want to talk. My throat hurts too much.
I suppose that this pain is the reason you're here. Is someone taking care of you?
Yes. And no.
Could you at least tell me your name, sir?
Mortimer. Mortimer Goswick.
Choroby, wciśnij A, aby sprawdzić stan.
Do you need any help?
I'm afraid I may, sir. I don't mean to be a burden.
You are not a burden, sir. Healing you is my responsibility.
And you have my gratitude for that.
Okej.
Why did your mother have you hospitalized here? She seems convinced this is a bad hospital.
My mother just wants the best for me. She won't rest while I'm here. She'd go all the way to hell and back to help me.
Pembroke Hospital may look unorthodox, but rest assured you're in good hands here.
It's not me you have to convince, Dr. Reed. It's my mother.
Is your mother bothering you? As your doctor, I can ask her to leave you alone if you would prefer.
That's tempting, Doctor. But you have no idea what my mother is capable of. She would tie herself to my bed if you asked her to leave.
How painful is your throat, Mr. Goswick?
So painful I'd rather not talk at all, Doctor.
Too painful.
I'm sure you realize a doctor and his patient have to communicate, sir. Would it help if I gave you some paper and a pen?
Not really.
I see. Then maybe it's not just your throat that hurts, Mr. Goswick. Perhaps your sore throat is just the consequence of something more hurtful.
Yes, maybe. But I don't want to talk or even write about it now.
How painful is your throat, Mr. Goswick?
So painful I'd rather not talk at all, Doctor.
Okej.
I'll let you get some rest then.
I'm alright. Don't waste your time with me.
Odzyskuję. Dobra.
Good evening, Doctor. How is my son doing?
Dobra, na razie nic tu więcej nie
Goodbye,
ma.
Mrs. Goswick. Good evening, Mr. Goswick.
I'm okay.
Jeszcze mam jakieś... A, tu jeszcze mam coś, dobra.
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Goswick.
I don't want to talk, Doctor.
O. Dobra, to już na razie
I
tyle
have to go
mamy.
now, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Dobra. Udaj się do apteki. Pogłos zakrywi. Pamiętaj, krew mieszkańca zapewni ci potężny zastrzyk punktu doświadczenia. Szukaj mieszkańców, których poziom jest niższy lub równy twojemu. Dobrze się zastanów, kogo wybierzesz. Ból głowy, Tu, właśnie, zobaczmy. To jest ten. 4, a my ile mamy? My mamy. My poziom mamy Jeden. Jeden? Kiepsko.
How can we be sure we're making a difference?
Kiepsko, kiepsko bym powiedział. Lokalne śledztwa. Lesie do apteki. Męczenie i ból głowy. Zobaczmy, co możemy jeszcze craftnąć. Nieznany. Tu jest. Tu znamy. Okej. Pogadać nie idzie. Zmęczenie i ból głowy. No ból głowy nie mam nic. Mamy materiałów, żeby crafcić coś więcej niestety. Dobra, ale to czekaj. Idziemy teraz spać. Okej. Cierpliwość. Inne torba nawet. No dobra. Kawałek chocioł. Okej. Czysto. Dobra. Tu mamy. 600 kosztuje. O. Dobra. O, to też jest doskok. 500. 500. 600. Okej. Okej. 200 metrów. O.
Please, Jonathan, come in. Fascinating, is it not? In the last decade, so many mysteries have been brought to light with our microscopes.
The human body. Biology's penultimate frontier. The more we explore its boundaries, the less we're able to trace a clear line between life and death. You, my friend, have a foot in both countries. The view must be vertiginous.
It's at least as vertiginous as chatting about vampires with you, I would say.
This must be all so new to you. This area of town, the hospital, a brand new life. How stimulating it must be.
I wish I could share your enthusiasm, Dr. Swansea, but my condition defies scientific categorization. Undead? Unalive? Immortality defies logic.
I cannot express my thrill at this serendipitous turn of events. The world's most eminent specialist in blood transfusions, a vampire. One might say a gift from heaven.
There is an absurd poetry to my situation. Physician, heal thyself.
Forgive me. I've been an admirer of your work for a long time, and now you are so much more than a brilliant physician. And please, call me Edgar.
I'm not some doe-eyed student, Edgar. I understand we both have something to gain from this relationship.
Very well. I have a task for you, Jonathan. Something that will require all your newfound skills.
O,
Please, go on.
The Pembroke only survives through the generosity of our benefactors. Unfortunately, our main donor has found herself in a bit of a bind. Now, if you could help her out...
A spokesman or politician is what you need. That's not my calling. And until I come to understand what has happened to me, I require discretion.
Discretion is in order, Jonathan. Lady Ashbury has recently received rather indelicate correspondence that, if revealed, would jeopardize her position.
And you would like me to eradicate this threat?
By the stole, of course not. I would just like you to pay her a visit. Her ladyship is certainly near the tents outside, tending the sick. You can't miss her. Look for someone impossibly delicate.
Accepted. I'll see what kind of trouble Lady Ashbury is in.
okej. Ile? 6000? Kurde? Damn. Drogi panie doktorze Swansea, czuję się obowiązkiem poinformować pana o poważnych zastrzeżeniach wobec doktora Stricklanda i przypadku Harveya Fiddicka. Pan Fiddick trafił do szpitala po poważnym wypadku przy pracy. Jeżeli nie będzie odpowiednio leczony, być może na zawsze straci rękę. Doktor Strickland twierdzi, że zabieg chirurgiczny może mu zapewnić pełną rekonwalescencję. Jestem jednak zdania, że jeśli pojawia się komplikacja, panu Fiddickowi grozi całkowita utrata władzy w ręce. Nasz młody współpracownik to śmiały, zuchwały chirurg. Pewnie kilka lat za kilka lat zostanie spełnionym profesjonalistą, lecz obecnie nie ma dostatecznych umiejętności, żeby przeprowadzić tą skomplikowaną operację. Czy muszę panu przypominać o błędzie, który już raz popełnił? Może jako, że doktor Strickland nie zamierza mnie posłuchać, stanowczo radzę, żeby zabrał mu pan przeprowadzać tak ryzykowne doświadczenie. Zarezygnuję szacunku Waverly Ackroyd. Okej. Ciekawe. Drogi panie doktorze Swansea, z pewnością będę zarządzał tymczasową konstytucją, kiedy tylko zostanie otwarta. Jak już mówiłem, byłem lekarzem polowym na wojnie i chętnie znowu przysłużę się krajowej. Wiem, że opieka nad zmarłymi to nie to samo, co leczenie żywych, ale ci, którzy od nas odeszli, również na nią zasługują. Zapewniam, że zrobię wszystko, żeby jak najlepiej wypełniać nowe obowiązki. Jeżeli chodzi o moje kwalifikacje, niestety musi pan polegać na moim oświadczeniu. Daję jednak słowo honoru, że pułk wyznaczył mnie na lekarza polowego i że chciałem od śmierci wiele osób. Jeżeli moje słowo pana nie satysfakcjonuje, proszę się zwrócić do administracji wojskowej z prośbą o weryfikację mojego doświadczenia i umiejętności. Potwierdzą, że pomimo braku wykształcenia medycznego nauczyłem się wszystkiego, co powinien wiedzieć lekarz. Okej. Dobra. Rzadkie gatunki wampirów. Jako badacz egzegata starożytnych pism zawsze będę kładł nacisk na istotną rolę legend i predominantnego praw folkloru w badaniach ukrytych bądź zapomnianych sekretów. Wybranie znanego zapewni odrzucenie wszystkiego, co temu sprzyja. To powszechny błąd. Okej.
It's locked, all right.
Okej. A, tu jest.
The flu took my dear wife, Emily. I take comfort knowing we'll soon be together again.
Mr. Rainfield, that's no way to talk. You're in good hands here, and we'll be up again soon enough. Now do me a kindness and get some sleep. I'll be back round later.
Your words are kind, the blessings of an angel. You're the sweet, sweet lady of mercy.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. It's a pleasure to see you again. You seem surprised. Dr. Swansea has brought me up to speed concerning your recent appointment to Pembroke Hospital.
You're a the lady who saved me that night, before vanishing into thin air. I remember you from the pub with Dr. Swansea.
Indeed. Allow me to introduce myself formally this time. My name is Lady Ashbury. I remember you well, in spite of the brevity of our encounter.
Apologies. You've taken me by surprise. I'm very happy to see you.
The pleasure is mine, Doctor.
I hope you're more disposed to answer my questions now.
You must have countless questions, but our rather urgent matter first. Swansea has explained. My cover, if you prefer, has been compromised.
O,
Have any of the patients given you trouble?
These poor souls have so little left to live for. I do my best to ease their pain.
oops.
The world would be a better place if it were cared for by women like you.
You make me blush. I am simply a necessary evil.
Pardon my boldness, your ladyship, but I have questions concerning this condition we share.
As a newborn, your hunger for answers is rivaled only by your thirst for blood. But the questions need wait.
I'm a scientist. My trade is in the deciphering of mysteries, and I need information to feed my mind.
I will gladly answer every question you have, but first, prove yourself capable of resolving my predicament without eating the culprit.
Oh.
Dr. Swansea has commissioned me to be your agent in this matter. You could start by explaining what's amiss.
These past insufferable weeks, I've been the victim of extortion. I've made a first payment, but the blackmailer grows greedy. I must refuse his most recent demands.
Who would be so foolish as to threaten you, a kindred spirit?
Even if it were the case, and I highly doubt it, a vampire would have asked for something more valuable than money. My suspicions lean toward a patient or their family.
What are your expectations? Please be precise.
As the newly appointed surgeon of this hospital, you are in an excellent position to ask innocent questions and deftly learn the identity of my blackmailer.
If we're dealing with an ordinary criminal, surely you've the means to deal with it yourself, if I may.
As immortal tradition doth dictate, all fangs and hypnotic eyes ablaze, the blood would run like a river. That's what I hope to avoid. Violence has a tendency to spiral out of control.
Krew musi się lać strumieniami.
Please continue. Every detail is essential. I'm your man.
My embarrassment in this matter is eclipsed only by my shame at having put the hospital at risk. The threat from our anonymous scoundrel is clear. A list of dates. My visits coinciding with the dates of suspicious patient deaths due to massive blood loss.
I'll take care of it. Do you know where I should start?
If that was the case, I'd settle the matter myself. You could talk to our local gossip, Harriet Jones. Not a pin drops here without her hearing about it.
I'll meet that woman now.
My life, as others know, is in your hands, Dr. Reed. I'm sure of your discretion, but I do fear your powers of persuasion will be put to the test. When this is resolved, I'll be your obligé. I'll answer all questions in regards of your condition.
Okej, dobra. Z Harriet. O, to jest ona. Dobra, co my tu mamy ciekawego? Nic nie ma. Teatr, okej. Wielki walk śmieci. I kusi.
What is this? Who are you? Get out of my room.
There's no need for alarm, madam. I'm Dr. Reed, the new surgeon.
Preposterous. Dr. Reed, you say? I don't want some bumbling intern. Where's Dr. Swansea?
Please, calm down, madam. I assure you that I am highly qualified. I'm just back from war duty.
How brave. Threatening an old defenseless woman. You know how long I've been a patient here? You've picked the wrong fight. I'm Harriet Jones.
Harriet Jones? Indeed. I've been meaning to have a chat with you. You know what goes on here better than any other patient, I gather.
Oh, better than any patient, nurse, or doctor. I've seen so many vile undertakings.
I heard there have been some despicable goings-on. Was there a case of blackmail?
Blackmail? Wait. You're investigating something. This isn't a social call. One of those incompetent cunts slit a poor sod's vein.
If I didn't know better, Miss Jones, I'd be inclined to say you enjoy this type of idle gossip.
God's honest truth, Doctor. It's just the way it is here. Most of these bitches would let you freeze to death before getting you a blanket.
You seem to know more about the goings-on here than anyone else. Beware, Miss Jones, in case suspicion should fall on you.
That's it. Blame the old and infirm. I see those little bitches' greedy little eyes. Just waiting for me to pop off they are.
O, wredna menda.
I assure you, madam, this is not an investigation into a possible medical error.
Debauchery, then? Nurses Crane, Hawkins, Brannigans, whores, all of them. They can't keep their legs shut. I've seen them scratching slutty sores.
Really? Well, if you have irrefutable proof, I'll not have the staff behaving in such a manner here.
This is your business, Doctor, not mine. But I swear one of the nurses is cavorting with some man on hospital hours.
Thank you for your time, Miss Jones. You've given me something to go on. See you on the next round.